In a few weeks, we're going to get the next patch for Wayfinder, which is going to be balance, performance, and UI fixes. But before that happens, we do have some patch preview notes going on, and we get a little sneak peek at some of the things that got going on with the balance. So we're going to go over this first patch preview right now in this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to keep track of more Wayfinder information. Let's jump into it. This says, it's time to optimize. We hope players have been enjoying the first iteration of the job board preview. We are actively reviewing and planning adjustments to the system based on the mountain of feedback provided by all of you. Our next patch will include quite a few job-related fixes and changes thanks to the community's help. As we showcased in our Q1 roadmap, this patch will primarily focus on optimizations rather than content. We remain committed to securing the foundation of the game, and we've heard players loud and clear. You want better performance, fewer disconnects, and a more stable experience. The team's big hope with this patch is that we've made a significant leap forward in terms of the client's overall responsiveness and stability. So the first part they're talking about here is the shader precompilation. It says upon startup, we will now perform shader precompilation right away, as opposed to when you encounter content. This will significantly reduce hitching, stuttering, and input lag when encountering certain abilities, enemies, and biomes. So we see a lot of that happening right now, especially with all the snow on the ground, that we have a lot of different hitching and stuttering. I saw people lagging backwards trying to like res me and stuff, or just trying to run in Skylight. So hopefully this is going to fix all of that. Next, we have the Skylight and Highlands asset optimization, or asset. Our tech teams have conducted numerous passes of optimization in areas like Skylight and Highlands, reducing dense amounts of geometry and assets. A major HLOD, hierarchical level of detail, pass was completed to trim the fat of excessive assets, causing unnecessary processing burdens. So people that were logging into Skylight and getting a lot of slowdown there, low FPS, this kind of helped fix that issue as well. Of course, there's a lot of mostly on PC issues, but there is a great thing coming to PS5, which I'll touch on here in a little bit. The next part to talk about here is lighting overhaul. It says we have overhauled the way we process lighting, reduced complexity, minimized overlapping lights, and removed shadows on light sources that were unnecessary. This has resulted in a significantly lower processor burden when rendering illuminated areas. When we log into Skylight after this big fix, a lot of things, the lighting and all of the dungeon things should change, and hopefully it'll add more depth to it. If everything's not as illuminated as brightly as it is and things are overlapping, we'll probably see some shadows in some nice places. That's what I'm hoping for. And then they removed some shadows as well, so it should probably give a nice dungeony feel, hopefully, when we go through these lost zones. Now, for quality and performance mode has been added for PS5. And that's what I was talking about earlier when they said something for PS5 was coming. They said this highly requested console feature will allow PlayStation 5 players the ability to choose between higher graphic fidelity or an improved frame rate, achieving a near locked 60 frames per second. Does this game hit 4K? I don't know. I don't have 4K screens or TV. So let me know if this game is 4K in the comments. But if it's not 4K, then it's probably just better to run it in the performance mode. Maybe. We'll just have to see. I'll probably just keep it as it is. I'll play with both of them, see how it runs, see how it moves. But we'll see what it looks like. So we have improvements to asset loading. We have increased the buffer period for asset streaming regions, which will result in significantly less hitching when traversing large areas with lots of details and players. This will have a greater impact on machines that are closer to our minimum requirements than on higher end machines. And then we have back end inventory optimizations, where it says our netcode has undergone significant improvements to inventory tracking in an effort to reduce server and transaction loads. This includes optimizing the amount of player data sent to the server, cutting instances of required bandwidth in half, and in some cases, we hope this significantly reduces disconnects for players who have logged many hours into Wayfinder and have very large inventories or long playtime history, lots of histories and logs. We have also performed a major optimization of multiplayer data infrastructure, which will reduce server load, hitches, and potentially disconnects when players with excessively large inventories join a server you are on. So again, it had that whole inventory issue going on. A lot of people are still jumping in and haven't really got rid of all that stuff in their inventory. Now I know they said people had to delete their inventory to get rid of that box, and people were like, yo, that is a lot of stuff. I'm just gonna keep playing and wait until they fix the inventory. But there are some people that still like maxed out, especially when they have equipped, like I'm one of those people that are like almost maxed out with my stuff and I have to go and delete things. So they're still working on getting that so all that stuff doesn't load. But of course, with the new ecosystem, whenever that gets implemented, which comes after the raise, that will take care of a lot of that burden off of the system. And hopefully they can kind of roll that into some of the accessories as well. So hopefully we'll see a good bump during that patch, but in this patch right now, they just found a way to optimize it a bit better. Now, it doesn't say there's going to be increases in accessories or anything like that, so it's unsure. Probably right now they're getting these performance modes and changes, fixed optimization going on, so they can see how much further they can increase our accessories if they want to do that, because we are going to get more accessories as more zones open and more patches open. And so just managing this 115 is not really a lot. As January comes to a close, we want to again thank all of our dedicated fans who have continued to show their love for Wayfinder with all the feedback posted every day, as well as welcome all of the new faces we are seeing around Evernoir. Our next patch preview will focus on some of the exciting UI and gameplay changes you can expect from patch 0.2.4 coming in early February. Now, I want you to look at this right here, show you guys that we did get a sneak peek of some changes happening. And he says epic accessory drops from bosses have been increased. And how they did was they changed the chance that an accessory will be rare to 60%, which was at 91%. And they increased the chance that it will be epic to 40%. So now you have, it was at 8.5%. So you have way more chance of seeing epic accessories drop now from bosses. And of course, these balance changes are just a few of them. Hopefully we'll see some more along the way with some of the other accessories, maybe some of the echoes, maybe some of the vestiges. Keep an eye out on that. Like I said, stay tuned to the channel, and we'll have all that information here for you about what's happening with the game. I'm not sure what video number this is. We're getting close on 100 videos on Wayfinder, so we'll have something planned for that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.